Mary Boyo's been at it, huh? I don't need your money. Looks like more and more super confidence at best at work, everybody. It reminds me of J-Lo, Love Don't Cost a Thing, but it's a bit weirder. But I just realized if you mute it, it sounds really good. It looks really good, the video, but if you mute it, but the dude sounds all right. Not a bromance or anything, but dude sounds better than Mary Boy. Don't need your dollar. Welcome to what's it called? Killing It with Ksantino. What's up, everybody? GM, GE, GA. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whenever you're listening to this. Let's get the show started. Today we have a great topic. We're going to go to the ins and outs of dredging. We're going to also talk about the hostile history of Egypt. It's going to be a really interesting thing. We've had several people. I mean, RIP to the Queen. Yeah, we were colonized by the British, and then after that, we were our nemesis was Khartoum. The North Sudan was our great nemesis for several decades of war. We don't get into that. It's a long story. And in between that, we had a great arch rival, Egypt. And it was not a fair fight. We had our own drama. And Egypt, they were taking out South Sudanese, Janubin, like what? Let's keep moving anyway. So let's get into it. Dredging. Let's get into that, everybody. It's an interesting topic. Let's rock and ride. We got a couple things going on. Yeah, now we might start off. Let's see how we're going to do this. We'll start off. Does anybody have any Egyptian stories they'd like to hear? Or has anybody heard anything how Egypt has affected us in a thing? We're going to talk. Let's talk about Egypt a bit because, unfortunately, the people don't get it. The dredging is not our idea. It comes from our neighbor, our nemesis to our neighbor, our border. But anyway, does anybody have any Egyptian stories they'd like to share? I know some of them are pretty sensitive. But as Janubin, we have Egyptian stories galore. Oh, hey, Cariel, what's up? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Same old. Go ahead.
From the last news article that I read about dredging, with Egypt, apparently South Sudan is suspending the dredging of the Nam River, so that Egyptians don't make a project claiming the waters in particular. So that's all I heard about dredging with Egypt.
Yeah. And the other thing is, people are all thinking about what is dredging, what's going on. From your understanding, what is dredging? What does dredging actually mean? Because we keep hearing dredging. Nobody wants to actually mention everyone's talking about dredging, and nobody's actually giving us details. Like we keep hearing, oh, dredging. We should dredge. No, we shouldn't dredge. And then it's been tied up to the floods, I guess. So what is dredging? What's it mean?
We do have a lot of floods in South Sudan, so a lot of neighboring countries, like you mentioned, want to help out by dredging. But dredging is cleaning out the beds of either a river or area of water. However, I believe countries like Egypt just want more water for themselves. So it could really harm our ecosystem, especially like our marine life. But hopefully, there's another solution to kind of stop flooding within South Sudan.
But that's kind of a very one of the incorrect thoughts. They feel that the dredging would actually stop the floods. In a matter of fact, the way to stop the floods would actually be building a dam, which is Egypt's greatest nightmare. So dredging actually has nothing to do with stopping the floods. Dredging is more along the lines of actually getting water out of Sudan and making the Nile flow in a different direction. And the biggest question is whose interest? Is it in interest of South Sudan? That's the question people are all wondering. Egypt says, "Oh, y'all should dredge. You need to dredge. You need to dredge. We have a deal with Khartoum. We have a deal with North Sudan. North Sudan did it years ago. You guys should have to continue it." But if we want to stop the floods, which a lot of Janubin would definitely be interested, because some people's houses have been destroyed. You can see some videos where there's people sitting on beds in water, and it's just crazy. But the solution to floods: build a dam. Why don't we build a dam? Are we still getting bribed? Why don't we just build a dam? Hmm. Oh, Mr. Law, what do you know about dredging?
To be honest, man, first of all, hi, Santino, hi, Melka.
Okay, of course.
To be
Hi,
honest,
hi.
yeah, hi. Anyway, to be honest, I don't know anything about the dredging thing, but I've been looking up for those things, and then the thing you just said about North Sudan did it like many years ago. Man, these people are suffering now. The desert is like just coming there. If you see like pictures, and then if you go online and check the videos from Shamalia, the north side, man, the desert is just approaching them step by step. I don't know if that is because of the dredging or what, but it
That
might
is,
have something to do. But I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure. I'm just saying that. I'm just adding to the topic.
yeah. But the actual
Yeah,
solution
but
for the floods is definitely building a dam. But do you think
yeah,
people
it's
are?
building a dam.
Yeah. But do you think those people want to
We
do that?
with our people,
Yeah.
our
Well,
people, man. Let us be honest. Our people, as long as they will get money from outside, they will use building a dam as an alibi, as an excuse for them to get money. That's what I know. So if
so
now people from
as
out,
long as they build money from outside, I like that, huh?
yeah, yeah, as long as like people from that side, they'll be like, we'll give you money so you guys can build a dam. Then our people will be like, yes, give us the money, and then no dam will be there. I'm sure. Go ahead, Melton.
Go ahead, Cariel. What's up?
No, what was I gonna say is like I feel as though we should have like water pipes. So maybe we could have an agreement with either Egypt or any country that wants to have a project with us by having a way where we put back the water that comes from flooding back to, I guess, the larger river that we have, which is like the Nile River. And then maybe we could have little potholes where Egyptian projects could be held where they could dredge, because it could also affect fishermen that live in Juba that use the waters to kind of get profit to sustain their families. And if we take a lot of water out, then a lot of our fish could die, and I don't think it will be good for our lands as well.
Hmm. So,
Yeah, and
go ahead,
then
go ahead, go ahead.
if we dredge, the land that our people used to put their crops in it, it will go up to Egypt also. The land will no longer be good. That's what I just know from that because I just looked into it and nah, dredging is not good for us. That's what I just know. Like I don't know those things like 100%, but I'm just trying to say the things that I know because I don't want to seem like a big something. Anyway, yeah, that's what I'm
My
trying to
my
say.
my question is, dredging, is it in our interest? Whose interest is dredging in?
I feel
Okay,
as though
Santino,
it's
it's so
the
simple.
government's interest, to be honest,
It's
because
it's
the
Egypt,
people don't really
Egypt.
have a say, and a lot of our Janubin, they use these rivers to either drink water, use it as a way to fish, or use it as a way to, like, feed their crops, like Law said. So I feel as though it's like a government endorsement where they could get more profit. They don't really care about, our citizens more say.
Oh,
It's
but
Santino.
profit
It's
is. Go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, it's so easy, Santino. Like for example, if I came to you right now with an offer, it's so easy. That's mean I'm the one. It's like the offer will make me feel better. I mean, it will be good for me. I don't know about your side, but because it was me who came up with the idea, then I know I've studied the things. I know where are the good things for me and where are the bad things. So it's so easy. It's good for Egypt because they are
Mm.
the one who came up with the idea.
Hmm. Pretty fair enough. I think you definitely hit the nail on the head. So it's good for Egypt, and weird. Yes, some people are getting money for it, but but when we talk about in countries wise, it's actually not really good for the country. There's people, some people are just getting money. But the question is it wrong for Egypt to have their own interest? Is that wrong?
No, it's not wrong. It's good. It's even good to have leaders who think for their own country. It's even good. If like for now, if I'm an Egyptian, I will be so happy with the
Mm,
idea.
all right, of course. You feel all the other
Yeah,
stuff. And
yeah.
okay, a good question. Now, what do you guys know about the issue with Egypt and Ethiopia? Ethiopia is a very good playbook. There are similar issues. They were thinking about, they had some water issues and a bigger problem of electricity. Right now, let's talk about Jedco. Some people are, we'll just start with talking Jedco. Now, the biggest company for electricity in South, because there's more than one company, but the biggest company of South Sudan is Jedco. And Jedco itself, is it a very sufficient or efficient way to get electricity for our country? Does anybody have any opinion on that? Is Jetco efficient?
Well, like for me, I don't have any opinion about that. But I do know one thing. I do know that like the vice president, I don't know that who's Taban or who, like he has this project of solar system energy whereby the project was in like around Torit Road, and they say that the project will feed the whole Juba, and then like part of Bahr al Ghazal, and then part of Bor. Like it's a big project. They're trying to like the project has they've been working on that project for like 2 years now, I guess, and it's still going on. So I guess
Mm,
it's a good project for me. Like from my own opinion, I guess that's a good project. But the thing with Jetco, I don't have any idea about.
Jetco. Okay. Do you think do you know if Jetco is expensive or you think the price is reasonable?
Nah, it's expensive. Not
That's
reasonable. Not it's so too
But the
dense.
good thing is that with Jetco,
mhm.
it like distributes like more than one professional engineering, and it also fueled a lot of jobs for Janubians. So it kind of has its pros and cons, but I think Jetco like their money range isn't that bad.
But
There's been
you
some
you know what they did?
situations. Go ahead, tell us.
You know what they did? Yeah. So when they signed the contract with South Sudan, so they were supposed to give every house in Juba an electricity, right? So they went they go to this neighborhood, like let us say for example they go to Gudele, they skip like one block or two blocks without the electricity, and then they go to the others, they give the other electricity, they skip one, they go to the other, just like that. So then after that, now for you for you who don't have electricity in your house, when you go to them that you want electricity, now you will you will have to pay them money, like a lot of money, you see,
Mm.
and that was supposed to be free. Like up
Oh.
to now, some areas in Juba don't have electricity, don't have those big poles near their house. If you want electricity, first they will fine you. I mean, first you will have to pay for the poles. Second, you will have to pay for the wires, and then for the thermometer, for what, just like that. And those things were supposed to be free, according to that agreement. Or maybe
Mm.
you like it's just like you had to pay I don't know like 3,000 SSD. I mean SSP, yeah. And then for now, like some people used to pay like up to I don't know $1,000
Mm.
just for them to get electricity. So it's a that's a nice play of them. They did it good. I give them a salute for that because you don't know our right.
Okay. So yeah,
Mm.
that definitely. But the thing I kind of also notice is if Jetco is actually efficient, it's what's it called? What's it called? Doesn't seem to be. We already agree it's expensive. That itself is a problem. But you have to understand that if you kind of boil Jetco down, it's like a huge because right now the common if you don't have stable electricity, the common way to get electricity is a generator, and Jetco actually can be simplified into a huge generator. So they're putting fuel in this huge machine that is circulating electricity around the country, and yet a lot of places you'll find that they don't have electricity the whole day. There's still a lot of places that don't have electricity the whole day because of the price. And yet also there's sometimes that you'll have a sudden blackout in Juba. What's going on, Juba? There's no electricity. What's going on? What's happening? There's maintenance, and then people are all surprised. There's maintenance going on, and then during the maintenance process, oh yeah, we need more money again. By the way, we're going to increase the stuff, and people are all wondering like, what is going on? I mean, I thought we are already expensive, but it's going to increase for here and there and all that other reasons. So Jetco itself has a flaw that it's not sustainable because the people are now building more and more houses, and their flow of electricity is not increasing. They're just thinking that that machine that basically they're doing as little as possible to actually provide electricity, and they're still increasing prices, and that's why it keeps failing. Because in case you didn't look around, a lot of Zolkabir or and friends are basically building more houses, which I kind of like. Oh yeah, I'm happy. Some houses being built in South Sudan, but we have to think about infrastructure because if we want, I feel that if we're to develop as a country, we need to have infrastructure. It's all together, and electricity is part of that infrastructure. It doesn't make sense that we're a rich oil country because right now, I got to say, a lot of days when I go to Juba, I feel like we're not an oil country. Even I went to the Dubai Expo. You look at all these oil countries, what they've built, what they've done, what the money of power of wealth has created. Then you look at our country and like, yo, it's like we don't have oil.
Yeah, Santino. The thing is, with like I just noticed like foreign companies like now they know our big man's nature. They know how they rule. They know what they want. So whenever they come here with their big contract or what, or
Hmm.
whenever they come here to invest, they don't do it for like our people to like to solve our problem. They just do it to get the money, and they know how to play our people here. I mean, the big guys. Like it's so
Mm.
easy. Like if a big guy complains about one thing, it's simple. They just give him money, and then he kept quiet.
Mm. Plain and
Go ahead,
simple, huh?
Korea.
Mm. But the other thing we have to also keep in mind that yeah, how many countries in the world do you land and then you meet the leader of the country? What's up, Kirill?
No, I just wanted to add with Jet, I feel as though the reason why their pricing is so expensive is because they start pretty
Your
late.
internet's breaking. Your internet's breaking.
So I feel as though they're trying to compensate,
Just
I guess, because it is.
Thank God, thank God. I thought that was my network, right?
no. It's a Kirill. Canada internet is failing. Kirill, let me
Yeah.
take you down and bring you up.
Damn, damn, Korea. I can
Uh,
relate to that.
give me a second, Kirill. Don't.
Yeah.
You'll get over this. Let me take you down through the going down zone. Just one second. Put you back
No,
down.
no,
Take you out.
Satira, use the direct translation.
Huh?
Go outside and come back in.
No. We just put this down first because we need to do that for everybody. And Carol's coming back up. Okay, she's back.
Can you guys hear me now?
Can you talk? Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Welcome
Yeah, we can
back
hear
to
you.
the other zone. Yeah, it's good.
Okay, cool. So I was trying to say, with Jetco, it started in 2018, and they only have 24,000 customers currently. So I feel as though their prices are like kind of expensive. I feel as though because they started pretty late and as well to compensate themselves. But the good thing about Jetco is that they incorporate with the ISRA, which is the Construction and Development Group, the ECDG, and they hold.
Israel?
Yeah, ISRA, EZRA.
Oh, Israel.
Yeah, so
Gotcha.
they hold 52% of the shares in South Sudan's electricity corporation, which is good. So they kind of work with construction companies, and that could also fuel jobs. So I feel like it's not a bad thing, but hopefully in the future, we could get more endorsement plans um, from other neighboring countries because electricity is important because we're very mobile as a society. So, like, a country needs electricity, they need internet, they need networking in order to kind of connect with other countries around the world. So, I think it's a good thing. Maybe the prices are a bit, too much, but hopefully we get more endorsements by the government or private organizations that benefit from Jetco.
Mm,
Uh, but you see, the funny thing is like Juba is the only state like in South Sudan which has electricity, like 24 hours electricity. Like it's only in Juba.
very
Just
good,
within Juba,
Law.
like for yeah,
Very
yeah,
good.
just. And if you go to other states, no electricity. Even if you go to Wow, man, like Wow, training hospital, you know that like if you have a surgery, you have to go there with your own petrol, your own diesel, so that they can do your freaking surgery, man. Like what the fuck? I know we fail as a country, yeah, I know that, but not that. Like that's not a level even. Like for me to have a surgery, I need to go there with my own diesel. And I'm speaking like I'm talking to you guys. It's a fact. I know that thing. I've been there. I've seen two guys. Their sister wants like had something to do in the hospital and what. So they had to look for fuel, man.
Huh?
Just look at that. They had to look for fuel, so the people in the hospital can run the generator for her. Just look at
Wait,
that.
what do you mean to look for fuel? They had to search?
N- No, you have to go and buy fuel from the gas station. You bring it back to the hospital so they can put it in the generator so they can run the generator on, and then your surgery will be to take place or whatever, just like that.
Mm, but looking
So
for fuel is a very common thing in Juba, by the way. Like now, after 9 o'clock, if your car has no fuel, you're never gonna find it because
not
those people
nine
on the
o'clock,
street,
man.
yeah,
7 o'clock. Seven
7 o'clock.
o'clock.
Huh? No, you can. I
It's
got
not
lucky
nine.
at eight something, man. I got lucky at eight something. I was driving and found one fuel station. Yeah, so Sadiq, maybe I got lucky. Maybe
I'm,
they like
I'm
me.
telling you. I'm telling you. I was driving around 8, so then my car just stopped out of nowhere. I was like, yeah, it was me actually. Yeah, I didn't know that, but then like it's not even funny, man. Just look at that. Like, I don't even know what to say, man. Go ahead, career.
So I have a question. Can you guys hear
Yeah,
me?
go ahead.
We can hear you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So do they cut the electricity short because it takes long for it to rebuffer, or they just cut it short because that's the time zones where it's available?
Well,
Mm,
it's hard to say, but I think since Jetco is basically a humongous, massive generator, maybe it might have just turned off. Huh? Babur
No,
Taban.
maybe because it's overloaded or what. Just maybe.
Man, I can imagine like what's it called? Everyone's running. Oh, it's going to blow. Sakhanta, Babur Sakhan.
Yeah,
And they're
yeah,
looking.
but we're Sakhan and we need to stop it.
The machine is hot, and
If the
the
machine is
machine,
hot.
and they're not talking about a fat woman from Khartoum. They're talking about a machine that's providing the whole country electricity. So, so
Yeah. That's another thing.
yeah. And
That
also I think we're learning from Khartoum. Khartoum. Let me tell you what he's having in Khartoum. They're like several switches. Okay, Bahri, we'll close this. Sad Girsha, no electricity. You're going Safia has electricity. Okay, let's take electricity from Safia. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? And they said, no, we need to, the Kahraba Basit, we need to distribute electricity here and here. So that's why when electricity out one place, the electricity has, they're trying to share electricity like a sanduk.
Man, yeah. I'm telling you, man. Like when I was there, like,
Kahraba
man,
sanduk.
I used to have a friend from the other side. Like
What
we
do you mean
live
the
in the
other
other
side?
neighborhood. No, in that in another neighborhood.
Yeah.
So when the electricity is off in my place, I used to go to him because it's always on there. And when it's off at his place, that means it's on my place. So
Ah,
we are just,
we're all sitting like
I'm telling
shares,
you,
huh?
man.
Huh? Stories of
Go
stories.
ahead, Cariel.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Gabriel, tell us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was watching a movie on Netflix and it was called The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. So I think maybe if we have a problem with generating electricity from morning until noon,
Hmm.
maybe we could generate electricity through wind power or through solar power because we get a lot of sun, and I think it winds a lot, right, in Juba during
Also,
the cold seasons.
hmm and it also rains a lot, and we have the Nile with us. So I think we should also use hydropower. Why aren't we using hydropower first? That's the easiest one, by the way. Hydro, and that could
You know,
sustain. Go ahead.
what do we do? What do we do, Santi? We just wait for the next. I don't want to say the next president, but we wait for the next guy, and we just see because yeah, we have a lot of ideas. We have a lot of graduates. Like we have the ability to do anything. Like at any point, we have it. But for now, we can't do anything. We are just going to wait and sit back, relax, I guess,
Sit back and
because
relax
there's
and
nothing we
enjoy
can
the
do.
show. I say, yeah,
Yeah,
no,
because
there's a
there's nothing
lot.
we can do.
I think we can, as a young generation, we could find ways because, like right now, there's one of the Toronto. We are talking about Toronto last week. This Toronto boy came, was trying to rob a place. Then the guy was like, "Oh, Toronto!" He got his gun and started shooting, and he hit one of our models. And like, "Oh no, the model's hit!" And everyone talking about social media. The model's been shot. The model's been shot. Then the Zolkabir, we better take the model. We don't want them to. The model cannot go to that Juba teaching hospital piece of shit. We will fly her to Nairobi. The model came and then I was talking to the doctors. Guys, we couldn't fix that. No, we can fix that. But it's the social media was tough. So I think if there's enough noise, like actually there's already enough noise right now. Dredging, I think, has been put on hold because of the noise. People were saying like, "Oh, we're dredging. Egypt is controlled. Egypt is taken over. Zulkabir. Zulkabir
You know,
is
it's funny.
buying the Egypt."
The
Yeah,
dredging thing. The
yeah,
dredging thing. I know it will take place sooner or later.
yeah. There's money, man.
You know,
See,
I
Dr.
said that
Felaja.
why?
Yeah, you know
No,
why?
it's not about
Okay, tell
Dr.
us.
Falaja. I said that because the people of that place, like the people of, is it Bor or where?
Hmm.
Those places, like, I've seen a video where all of them, like mothers, sisters, big, old men, wherever, they took their shovels, they took their what, and they went. So some guy was videoing, like he took a video of that thing, and he was talking like, if you guys don't want to dredge this night, we will dredge it ourselves because the flood
Because
is
because
killing us.
because they don't know. If they know that it destroyed the country and they've been misinformed, they won't touch it.
No, but
And it
no,
and
but
also let me say another thing. Also, if they thought the government's going to actually what's it called do something, or they thought people are going to actually find a dam or some solution, they'll be in support. You know,
like, but I don't blame them. You know why?
why?
Yeah, because like for now, if my house is, let us say, just in Juba, if the
Yeah,
water is like coming in my house, I will just find another way so the water can just run by my house, right?
yeah, true. That
That's why
makes
I
sense.
don't blame them. Yeah, that's why I don't blame them. They want a solution, and they think that the dredging is the only solution. But our guy is supposed to go there and tell them, try to confront them, try to explain things to them. But no, they are not doing so.
None of our guys are not supposed to
That's
do that.
why
To be
for now,
honest, let me say, Allah, our guys are supposed to
yeah,
pick up our people, move them to a place. We will move you here for now. We're gonna provide you a place. Start here. Let us fix your place. Then you can go back. That's what's supposed to happen because either solution, if they want to dredge, they want to build a dam, that's taking time. They don't. These people, there's kids, there's women, there's kids. There's no time to wait for all that. The best solution is to come out, or people in trouble, sell the helicopters, send the military. There's a lot of military. You guys are sleeping doing nothing. Let's go save our people. And it should have been like a situation where they come, take out all the people. Hey guys, here's a house, here's some land. We're gonna cultivate. We're gonna, if any support you need, anything you need, we're gonna help you. While we're gonna fix this area. That's what should have happened. Even if the people went to dredge, which is not the solution, and started dredging and pushing the water, that doesn't happen in one day. It doesn't happen even in 1 week. It takes time. The solution should be immediate. They should be pulled out. We are the funniest thing. We have military. We're supposed to get our choppers, our tanks, or
Wait, wait,
whatever.
wait.
Yeah.
Our what? Choppers? Man, don't add an S there, man. Don't add an S at choppers there.
Okay, fine. Okay, our chopper, one chopper. Huh?
Yeah, thank you.
Uh,
There were three, and then one was taken down during the
Hey, my
our
friend,
crisis. So
man,
only two left.
the way we're running things like a what's it called, a very not well-oiled machine. I wouldn't be surprised if the chopper ran out of fuel in the air. Like that, benzene and taha, we're gonna crash. Oh, my goodness. There's fuel done.
Hold tight,
We're gonna
guys.
crash.
Hold tight. We're going to crash.
We're gonna crash. Hang on tight. في parachute. لا 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 ما في parachute. كيف وين يا زول؟
Love you
وين؟
for the shoot. We die like Raven.
في موية تحت. Jump.
Jump.
You don't know
Wow,
how to
this
swim.
country is so
Oh,
hilarious.
you don't know how to swim. I'm a judgment cartoon. I don't know how to swim. Oh.
Yeah, yeah. You know that would be me, man. That would be me.
Oh, how can you? How can we have the now? We don't know how to swim. That's the thing. Most people don't get.
No,
You know,
I had my experience, man.
you almost drowned
Like I
inside.
learned my lesson. Yeah, yeah. I learned my lesson.
If there's a cartoon when the Janubi falls in the water, the crocodiles should be sitting there laughing. Juba Zoldi. The crocodile should be sitting and laughing. He opens
And
his
you know,
mouth and starts laughing. Look at this
yeah.
guy. Yeah.
The funny thing now is people make fun of me because they know I'm from Shulu, and like they know that Shulu they grew around the Nile, and they, you
You
know,
guys
our
are
story with
you guys
fishes.
are fish people. You fish people.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh?
So people laugh at me when I tell them that I don't know how to swim.
Hey, my friend. You know, let me tell you time. There's a point of time I didn't drink tea. Into Sudani Mashab Shai. You're from Sudan. You don't drink kef kalam kida. What are we supposed to do when we sit down? We're gonna
I'm
talk
telling
about
you.
life. Now, as a shuluk,
Yeah,
if you don't, there's some shuls that don't eat fish. Because they grew outside of it. You don't eat fish? No, no.
yeah,
Fish
yeah.
smell.
That's a
Fish
big
smells funny.
problem, man.
Fish. There's people of shuluk. If you don't eat fish and you're from shuluk, you get out. Go and go and get
Go
claimed
and
by
do
another
something
tribe.
else. Yeah,
Go get claimed by
yeah.
another tribe. What are you talking about? You don't eat fish, huh? We talking like
Yo,
what are you talking? Go get claimed by
man,
another tribe.
man.
You can't come here and say you don't like fish. But let's go back to our topic, huh? Talk about the fish, the kawajat of kawajat, huh? We should have a space about kawajat of kawajat, huh? The people who have the kawaja in them. And then somebody will come like, oh, Kisra. Are we supposed to kiss the Kisra? No, no, you're not supposed to kiss Kisra. It's just the
Yeah,
name, bro.
you know.
Relax.
Did you know that? Hey, let me tell you this. Did you know that like South Sudanese, like when we go to a club, we don't speak Arabic?
I didn't notice that. That is
Did you know
true.
that?
So how do we communicate with each other?
In
English,
Juba English, it's true.
you English.
Because we
Yeah, I'm
can't.
telling
Okay.
you, the Black Americans appears in South Sudan is only in the clubs. Yeah, when they enter club, they be like, "Hey man, how are you? What?" The second they step out,
And
you know,
they
are you there? And they be like, "Yeah, brother." What?
it's also funny. It's true. It's very true. Also, when you're in the club, their words are cursing the word nigga. Nigga, what's up, nigga? They're trying to speak their Juba English. Oh god damn. And they're trying to
Yeah, man.
talk, and it's surprising
You know,
everybody.
let me tell you this funny story.
Oh, we
I
love
was,
funny stories.
so I went to my father's office.
Hmm.
I had something to do there, so I was waiting outside. Anyway, so this Egyptian guy, like you know, Egyptian they don't know English,
Taban.
so I was
That's our
waiting
that's our
there.
secret
Yeah,
weapon.
Yeah, so I was outside there waiting. So he came in. He was trying to tell the security guard that he's coming to someone, and yeah, he already knows that guy office, and he already knows anything. So that thing for him to say those words, man, ah, it took him forever. And the security guard, he's like, yeah, he's South Sudanese, and then he doesn't know Arabic. Even the simple Arabic, he doesn't know only English. So I was just sitting there looking at them. Man, these guys were struggling. I'm telling you, the both of them.
Hmm?
The South Sudanese guy was having a problem to understand this guy's English, and this Egyptian was struggling. He pointed at himself. He pointed into the
Huh?
guard was like, ah, okay, okay. So I came. I was like, let me help this guy. So I came like, I'm went out his higher. Then the Egyptian guy was like, I'm
Ay, ay, ay.
yo. He was like, I'm what the matter Arabic? بسرعة وبهاوي حاجة. Yo, anyway, so he told me what he wanted, so I told these guys. So everyone was laughing. But communication, man, I'm telling you, we South
Mm,
Sudanese, we don't know English, we don't know Arabic. Like, who are we even? We don't even know ourselves.
friend.
I don't even know what to say about that.
Let me say something, man. You know the funniest thing. Okay, Lau. Let me ask you a question. Now, if your clothes are on fire, what do you do when your clothes are on fire? What are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to run? What are you supposed to do when your clothes are on fire?
I'm supposed to lay down and do the military thing.
Military thing. Okay, you guys learned well in Juba. A lot of Arabs they don't know.
No, sorry, sorry.
You
I learned. No, no, no. Santino. Sorry, I
uh,
was learning Khartoum.
Khartoum, huh? Okay, anyway,
Yeah.
you're supposed the correct terminology in English we say you stop, drop, and roll, which is what you just said. That's what you're when your clothes on fire. Now, if an angry Egyptian comes towards you, what you're supposed to do? You start speaking in English. They start speaking English. They're angry. Oh, yeah, Mama Leila. Excuse me. Are you okay? What's going on? Eh? The Egyptian anger will be so damn confused. He doesn't know what to do. Like this guy speaking to me in English, and then he starts looking. You are wrong. You know it starts talking in caveman English. I'm telling you. You hit you. Just
I know that. I know that, man. This Egyptian guy. Listen,
huh?
I went to some Egyptian office.
Mhm.
So I was supposed to call the guy that sent me, right?
All right.
So instead of telling me, can you please call Ahmed? He was like, call me Ahmed. Then I said, hi, Ahmed. No, 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 call me Ahmed. I knew what he was trying to say, but I was just being funny. So I was like, okay,
How long
Ahmed,
did it go?
how are you? No.
It's a little bit
Then
of
this guy
mind
looked
tricks.
at me. Yeah, he looked at me for 2 minutes. Then he pulled out his phone. He called Ahmed by himself. This guy was so
Are you
mad at
serious?
me, man. I'm serious. I hate
So
them, man. I hate
so
guys. I'm
hold on.
telling you.
Let me say. So he said, "Call me Ahmed." Then you're looking, Ahmed, come,
Yeah,
come,
I
Ahmed,
was like, yes, Ahmed. What is wrong?
come, tal, Ahmed, tal. He said, "No, no, call me Ahmed, Habibi, call me
And
Ahmed."
the funny thing is, the
What?
funny thing is, when he called Ahmed, he was talking like in the Arabic. Hey, Ahmed, why did you send me a guy that doesn't know Arabic? He was like, then he was shouting in Arabic. I
Huh?
didn't understood all of those things. Then Ahmed told him, no, that guy knows Arabic. He was like, no, he doesn't know. Then he switched off the phone and I was like, كنت بتتكلم عربي? Then I said yes. Then he looked at me for 2 minutes. Okay, sit down, sit down. He was so pissed, man.
Yeah. This guy was mocking me. Ah,
Yeah, I did it
the
on
my
purpose. I
yeah.
don't care. I hate them, man. I'm telling you.
Let me tell you, lad. You know how he felt? He felt like what's it called? Chris Tucker in Rush Hour One when he found Jackie Chan speaking. What you mean? Huh? Do you understand the words that come in my mouth?
Yeah, yeah, I remember that scene.
Oh my goodness. Carry on. What's up? Carry on. hands on your head. Your hand is on your head. Okay. Oh, I think the internet has failed.
It's that's so nice. Like the hands and the body look the same. Have you noticed that,
Oh
Santino?
yeah, oh yeah. Don't you just love it when the cartoon they have the wedge Fanta, you drink Coca Cola. Don't you like it when all the hands are uniform? Okay, okay, I was here back. The hand. Oh, she went to listener. Don't you just love it when the hand color, the face color,
It's
and the
the
body color
same.
all
Yeah,
match? It it
same.
it it
I
it, it,
love
it
that.
that's true sexiness when a black man or black woman, their hand,
Can
their
you guys
face, the
hear
legs,
me?
the body. Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Oh my god,
Yeah, we can hear you.
Wi-Fi today. Um,
Oh,
so I was gonna say I have like a question and an answer. So they're saying the reason why Egyptians are having a problem with their water is because of the population growth. So do you guys think that's true, or because the Nile River, Egypt has a big portion of it? Do you think that they were dreading too much and now they have to compensate for themselves and ask neighboring countries to help them out, or it's actually population growth that's giving them that water
Mm,
crisis?
but what is
okay.
the Egyptian population? Anybody know? What's the population of Egyptians?
1 million.
1 million? What do you say?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying 1 million. I'm not even sure. I'm just saying.
Egyptians, in the world of Arabs, Saudis 30 million, UAE 1 million, Qatar 300,000. That's why they're filthy rich. The biggest population of Arabs in the world is in Egypt, and they are 100 million plus, over 100. Let's say 105, 6 million, easy. What about Ethiopia? What's the Ethiopia population? Anybody know?
3 million.
Three. What is the, hey Allah? What's going on? These are the
I'm
biggest
just
country
saying.
population.
So,
Okay, okay.
no, I'm just saying.
Apparently it's 117 million from 2021.
Uh-huh.
So they're like a bit more
Yeah.
than Egypt.
Ethiopia is 120 million plus, 120 million, and Nigeria is the biggest population in Africa. So don't even say 4 or 5 million. Nigeria is the biggest population in Africa. So what do you think? Nigeria is over 200 million. Just for your information. I don't want to even go here 4 or 5. So So Egyptian problem. I think if Egyptians' population was a little bit more, they might have considered fighting Ethiopia for that dam. But they said like, whoa, there's a lot of those motherfuckers, and look how what they're doing to Tigray. Those guys are all military soldiers. We have like a bunch of Africans chasing after us, and all of them can fight. But Egyptian population is very high, so I think that is one of the reasons that's happening. But to be fair, one of the issues I was hearing, part of the reason why they want dredging to happen, there are some minerals that come within the Nile that are good for the plants, good for the growth of the land and everything. And there's also some stuff that's good for the animals. So if the Nile part is cut off, that will not go to Egypt, and that is the Egyptian greatest fear. So there, and the Egyptians are not like Africans. These Arabs, they're looking at the next 20 years, not looking at next week or today's money. Looking for the next 20 years. What's going to happen to our country? We gotta grow, and everything, and that's what's happening. So that's what the Egyptians fear is. So they've already had the vision. Oh, 20 years. Oh shit, we got to start doing this now, and that's why they have their billionaires from tech company. They're making a lot of money within their population. So that fear itself is why they don't want the Nile to be closed. What's up, Kirill?
Yeah, like you said a good point because the Nile River produces like fresh water, and a lot of Egyptian pools or their lakes are salt water, which is like not good. I think only salt water is good to like bathe in, but to drink or even to convert it back to fresh water would be like way too much. So yeah, you're definitely right about that.
By the way, salt water is not even good to bathe in. If you look at the royal princes of
Really?
the, yeah, it's not even good. I mean, it's not bad. It's not the best. Even the royalty, most of the sheikhs and royalty, what they do, they actually bathe in drinking water because there's the long-term effects of the salt water. It's not in a decade, not in 2 decades, maybe more like between 2 and 3 decades. Is big. It's very big. So saltwater, it's not that bad, but it's not good. It's just like it's on the skin and everything. I don't know the full effects. I have to go beyond that, but saltwater is not even perfect for bathing in. But yeah, well, hey, what's up, Mr. Chancot? What's your? Do you have any Egyptian stories? Or what's your opinion about dredging in Egypt? Is this dredging for? Is it in South Sudan's interest to dredge? Will it help South Sudanese? Or the mind has been blown.
Hello.
Oh,
No,
hello. How
no,
are you
I'm
doing?
here.
Hey, I saw you
I'm
at the
good,
wedding,
bro.
man.
How you guys doing?
Hey, I saw you at the wedding. You looking
Good.
good,
How
man.
are you?
You looking smart.
Oh,
I thought,
you did?
yeah, man. I thought for a second it was your wedding. Like, hey, this guy got married before me.
I have
How
15
you
more
doing?
years to get married, bro.
Hey, my friend.
15 more years from
Maybe
now.
has the
Hmm?
woman been chosen or she has to be born? Has the woman already been chosen?
I'm in courtship, bro.
So
We're
the
doing
application
courtship.
process.
Yeah.
Uh, Who's applying? She applying or you
No,
applying?
not just an application. It's just trying to see whether this is the right one or not.
All right.
We are doing
Good. That's
courtship.
courtship. All right. I'm glad.
Mm.
Okay, what's your
How you
take on
guys
it?
doing?
We're all doing good. What's your take about the dredging? Is it in South Sudan's interest or is it in Egypt's interest? What's your opinion about that?
Sincerely speaking, brother, I'll not lie to you. I have no idea about this.
Most people
Not lie.
don't. Thank you for your honest answer. Most people do not have
Yeah,
any idea about it.
I
It's the
have no
truth.
idea. Yeah. And I cannot say something on some. I cannot say something when I don't have an idea about it. I'll be
No,
talking
no.
nonsense.
Hey, my friend, that's the smartest thing that I've heard in anybody's mouth in a while. It's about time you start. Okay, we have another guy, Kenny. Kenny,
Mm.
what's up? What's your opinion about
Kennedy,
dredging?
Carrial,
Kennedy.
Carrial,
Stop
it's been a while.
pronouncing the
Mali.
name. Damn.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, I would like to just put an opinion across
Go ahead.
regarding the issue of dredging. I think, in my opinion, I think it's always good to remember uh, the national interest because obviously they would not invest in it if it wasn't in the best interest of the maybe I would say the you know as you said earlier the the issue of the population and the economy, they have to invest more in ensuring that they look after the energy demand and all that stuff. So, in my opinion, it's not exactly in the opinion of, I mean, in the best interest of South Sudan because it's not helping us. I don't think it's helping us at all if we are looking at our economy at all. Let's, for instance, imagine if we're not in, you know. Putting out any commitments at the moment in terms of let's say the energy sector or the agriculture sector, which actually intersect. So I think, in my opinion, we are being pushed. So I would like to say it's in the interest of the Egypt. That's my opinion. Thank you.
Yeah, and a very good opinion that is. Because yeah. Now let's quickly go back before we talk about dredging further. What the heck happened with Ethiopia? Now, if you guys looking right now, the battle between Egypt and Ethiopia for not building the dam was itself a huge battle. What do you think actually transpired, and what actually happened? Oh, what's up, Kirill?
To be honest, I feel the whole conflict between Ethiopia and Egypt was that Ethiopia wanted to kind of say their own terms about how the water will be distributed or how dredging will happen. And it's been happening for 10 years. So I think it has to do with how much money Egypt's willing to provide in order to work in their waters and hold their projects. So I just feel as though how it's distributed, that's the reason why it's taking so long for like Ethiopia to be compliant. And also too, Ethiopia is working towards making their own dams. So I think they have their own interest as to how their waters will go, and that, you know, starts a huge problem for Egypt as well because they're neighboring countries.
Mm. Here's an even bigger question. If the tables are turned, Egypt was actually at the beginning of the Nile part, and Ethiopia is beginning of the Nile part. Do you think Egypt would actually listen to Ethiopia that we're going to cut off the water because we want to do our project, or you think if the tables are turned, would Ethiopia even? I mean, would Egypt even entertain Ethiopia? If Egypt had the control, you think they actually even entertain that, or you don't think so?
Like even with us, when we were going through our troubles between each other, Ethiopia was kind of the peacemaker. They've always been the peacemaker, but I just feel as though Egypt has its own innuendos, and Ethiopia kind of sees that. So I think if it was the other hand, um, I feel like either way Ethiopia will help, but they just want to kind of do it on their terms, which is very like right to say because Egypt is asking them.
They tried to force them, not even ask. They tried to force them, but it was not even internationally possible, and that would have been full blown war. The reality of the matter is we are talking about something, the elephant in the room that nobody wants to talk about. There's an old thing that's been going on between Africans and Arabs. The actual situation most people don't want to talk about. A lot of Arabs do not want an African to be in a higher position. They always prefer the Africans. This is what happened between Darfur and North Sudan. They did not want to see a person with darker skin in a better position or in power. There's that thing has been going on for centuries. And the Egyptians do not like the fact that some dark skinned people from Ethiopia are actually controlling. I know it sounds messed up to say, but I've seen it. Let me put a very good
No, it's
example.
not messed up. That's true.
It's true, but I'm just saying a lot of people who are listening are like, "Oh, Santino, why do you say that?" Let me just point out something else. There's what's it called? A situation like when you're playing chess. If anybody's ever played chess, uh,
Yeah,
the king is supposed to be the one with the cross, and the queen is the other one. But if you play with people of Arabic, they're like, or people with Islam or any Arab, they're like, no, 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 that cross means Christian, and no, Christians can never rule. So we got to flip it around. So, and I've been looking around that, and I've been talking to these guys.
you
Hey
know,
guys,
Santino.
do you hear about this? Blah, are you
I
hearing
just
about
knew
this?
that from you. I just knew that.
Tell us.
Yeah, no, I just knew that. Like you just told me that. For me, I've always known that the other one is the queen.
But they literally changed it, and I actually asked the guy, "Hey, you think that I don't know how to play?" And he said, "You're playing wrong." Okay, go on Google. And then the other guy, one of the other guys who's actually Arabic and Muslim, he said, "Oh yeah, we know. We don't in a it's nothing to do with religion. We don't want a Christian to be a king. No, no. What is this?" And then I said, what about what's it called in the UK, the British people?" Well, we can't do anything about that. We're going to talk about what we can do,
But
what we can control.
but
I
you
was
know
like,
what
"Yo,
you know what they can do.
tell me."
If you see the Barcelona jersey, like you know the little cross there in the logo,
Hmm.
like for you there, you're in Dubai now. You go to any market, ask for Barcelona jersey, the
Hmm.
cross is not there.
Oh, has it been crossed out, or what happened? What happened?
They took it out. I'm telling you, they took it out.
You know, I'm gonna go and, but I'm not a big football fan, but let me go and get
Yeah,
the
you just go
jersey.
and check it.
I'll go
Yeah,
check it. That's interesting. I'll let you know in the next space, in the next meeting.
I'm telling
Huh?
you. In Sudan, like you can find an original jersey of Barcelona because they always take that cross. The cross is always not there.
Mm.
Yeah, it's Christian. This cross is Talib. No, we are Muslims. So this is not happening.
Do you think they think Jesus used to be on the cross, so they need to remove it completely, or what do you think that's about?
No, you know the cross is two lines, right?
Yeah.
Yes, so they used to take one line out.
Oh,
Wait, let me check online. If I see one, I will post it and tweet, pin
yeah,
it up
yeah.
there.
Yeah, what the heck? They removed the cross. That's some serious knitting. Or I don't know, that's some interesting stuff. But yeah, that thing of actual Arabic people not even wanting to see Africans progress has been there, and that's one of the reasons why Sudan never progressed. The amount of money from the people of the Brotherhood and all the other people were to make sure the infrastructure's not been built. We'll give you all the money you need. Become one of us. We support you. But the fear of these African countries like Sudan, if that developed and that was successful, that would have been chaos because all the tourism would leave Egypt and go straight to Sudan. So they took care of Sudan. Sudan is messed up. Next thing that happened, what's it called, was South Sudan separate. South Sudan separate. Oh my goodness, they have a chance. So all the situation. If you watch SSBC, the first thing you'll see is Egyptian. Oh, hello everybody. We want to help the country of South Sudan. Here are generators. Here's the generator. Here's the generator. They were giving generators because the fear that they would build a dam, feared the living hell out of it, and the amount of wealth that was grown up. People are. I mean, we already have people past 100 million, 200 million. The amount of wealth in South Sudan, the billions of dollars that have passed over the years, could have built several dams, could have made the country progress, which is against the Arab philosophy of the neighbors. This is reality. Go ahead, Kirill. What's up?
No, I was just gonna add, like, with like Egyptians, and even when you go to like Sudan, the only thing that can equalize us is if we are kind of like financially equal. So, like, let's say you're a foreigner, you're from South Sudan, and you're traveling to Sudan. They treat you like a equal because you have money. But let's say you live there and you're Junubin, they treat you different and they make comments. And I've noticed a lot of dark skinned Sudanese people that work in Sudan, they're given like inhumane jobs, like cleaning after sewers, janitors, garbage
Slave jobs.
collectors.
Slave jobs.
Yep. And then Sudanese people who are fair skinned, they're given governmental jobs. They're given accounting, banks, like, so, like, the colorism in Sudan, especially in Egypt, it's like really bad. And I think that's why too, if you go there to like the supermarkets, like bleaching creams is like prominent over there too. So,
Mm.
um Arabs in Egypt and Sudan, I just feel like they have this self-hatred because Middle Eastern Arabs don't even classify them as Arabs because they live in Africa.
Let me tell you something that is even weird as hell. Yeah, some Sudanese they go to Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, oh, we're welcome our brothers, everything. And then when you see a bunch of Sudanese right there, oh, hey guys, oh, and they see Saudis, we're the Arabs. All the Saudis laughing. You're an Arab. Well, what's wrong with this black man? They're laughing. They literally laugh. And the reality of them, they think Arabs cannot be black. Just like anybody who says the Ethiopians who are saying they're Jew, no, no. Yeah, you think you're a Jew, you can never be a Jew. A lot of Jews tell that to the Ethiopians. You can never be a Jew. There's several ways also how the what's it called? The Arabs, the people in the Gulf countries, they don't think Sudan is an Arab country. They think even they look at they use Sudan for their resources and their agendas, but when they look at South Sudanese being black and everything, they laugh. One of these guys was another Arabic guy. He told me something funny. You know, you guys from South Sudan, you guys are mashallah. You guys are very good. You guys know you're black. You know you're African. Not like these people confused. Also, he's saying like you're good. You can survive in the Arabic world. You can survive in Africa. You guys are made to survive around the world because Arabs and Africans are everywhere. So you can survive everywhere. They're talking about that. So that whole thing of South Sudanese. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the pictures up there, I hope you guys can see it. So this is what
Oh,
they do with the.
where was the cross supposed to be? Okay, we're looking at this. The cross is supposed to be. Oh, is it on the right corner?
Yeah, the right corner.
Oh my God, they removed it, huh? A little bit of Photoshop on the clothing, huh?
Yeah,
So you weren't
I
kidding,
was telling you.
huh? Wow. But the out of story, let me say something. The only thing that I'm surprised is about if you go to Egypt and before we even go back to dredging, if you look at the actual amount of history that's happened, the torment that's happened to South Sudan Egypt. Like for example, how many South Sudanese have gone to Egypt? There were maids and everything, and then the maids were thrown off the balcony, and they said, or actually no, they were killed or thrown off the balcony, and then they found out their heart, their organs were harvested. They took the heart, they took the livers, they took everything, and after the body has been removed, they remove their organs, they throw the body off the balcony, and then they say, oh, she fell, oh, what happened? And then if you look at the funeral, you can see all these organs have been removed. These stitching it has nothing to do with falling from the balcony. What's up, Cario?
No, I was just gonna add like with like maids, even from like the Western Hemisphere of Canada, Africa, sorry, going there to work in the Middle East, like they get raped, they get beaten, they get killed, and there's no, I guess, like repercussion.
Of course, there's no repercussions in other country.
Yeah, but still, like, if they're coming from other countries, they should be compensated, or these employers that employ them should go to jail. But it's this like hatred that Arabs have for black people. I feel as though they treat us worse than whites. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
they do
that's true.
whatever to us.
That is actually true. People are always talking about Black Americans. They got treated bad by white people. Come and look what the Arabs did to the Africans. God damn. Even I was looking at it, but the Arabs, to be more honest, even the way they treat even the Asians. There's a case. Was it Nepal? A case where the Saudi diplomat basically did anal rape on one of these. I don't know why I just said that, but whatever. He did a rape on one of these Nepali women in that came to visit the embassy. Later on, the Nepali woman was not going to be quiet. She went and she said that, and she put the newspaper, everything, and it came out. Side diplomat, this one did the rape me. He raped me like that, and they're saying like, huh? So he was just sitting like, oh no, I didn't do that. They reported to Saudi government. No, don't say that's disgusting. What? No, don't talk about this. We are better than this. We are clean people. We pray 5 times a day. We wouldn't do that. But yeah, and then after Saudi government had to run because the authorities. I think this woman had connections. The authorities were coming for that Saudi diplomat. Yeah, you have been recalled. You better run. But yeah, so the way they treat they do it to the Africans, but they do it to everybody. It's a little bit of royalty, even though they're
Yeah,
not
the
royalty.
only thing that like the only way that they see us as equals is if we have money or we're Muslim. Religion and like your wealth. That's the only way.
Wow! Oh my God! Wow!
Yeah, because
You,
I remember I went to the supermarket with like my cousins and they live there. And I guess I was dressed differently, and like if you go to Sudan, they know when you come from outside. So
they
one
can
of
smell
the yeah, they can smell it. So one of the guys
it.
was telling my cousins that they want to marry me. You know what I mean? And I asked her, I said, do they do that all the time? She's like, no, it's because you're from outside. Because it's like the lighter you are, the more attractive you are as a woman. That's why women in Sudan, no, in Sudan culture, like in Khartoum, that's why a lot of them are bleaching. Because the more fair you are, the more attractive you are. Not, I'm not saying us Junubin, but I'm just saying like
In
the
Khartoum, it's
culture
true.
over there. Yeah. So I feel as though the only reason why I was approached by those Sudanese men was because I'm from outside. Let's say if I lived there, it would have been a different story because I feel as though like they thought I was their equal because they thought like I came from wealth because I'm from outside. So yeah,
Mm.
it's
It's
it's disgusting. It really is because They want to use us, but they don't want to be associated with us.
Mm. The funniest thing is what you said is so because right now in Khartoum, even before all this protesting happened, the amount of men gold diggers looking for rich women was crazy. I need to marry a woman that's rich. I'm like, yo, man, what happened? No, 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 no. It's very nice. The other guy, and then another guy said, yeah, I want to marry a woman that's rich. And then he said, my father did that. That's how I have this building. He married a rich woman. I got this building. And I'm like, huh? So a lot of men are looking. There we have male gold diggers in Khartoum. And North Sudan is full of men looking for women with money. And let me tell you another story. Khalil, you hit the nail on the head with that. You have to have money, or you got to be something Muslim or have money. Because there's a case that was so funny. Me and my friends were coming. One of my friends, they bought a house in Khartoum before all this drama. They regret buying it, by the way. So they went to buy a house. When they went to buy a house, they came from outside. They had money. So they send their Janubin. They send their what's it called? One of the uncles that he's based in Khartoum. He's South Sudanese. He sent him. Uncle came running. Okay, I'm gonna get the house. They went to the house, and they said, we're gonna go to the house. We went to the house. The people are like, huh? Sorry, no, there's nothing. There's nothing to buy. They're talking to him. He's from Khartoum. There's nothing. We have nothing. We don't have any land. Build a house for sale. Then the second, let me tell you, the second what's it called? These guys came. We thought you had a house. No, no, no. Come back, come back. We have a house. And then when they came with that uncle, an uncle looking like, huh? You told me you have no house, and these people have a house. So basically, they didn't want to deal with this guy. This guy's based in Janubi from Khartoum. No, no, we don't want to deal with this guy. This guy is poor, useless, and he's Janubi. The second they met some Janubin that came from outside, yo, they just changed. Oh, Faddo, welcome, Zig, Wayne, Mustagi, how are you doing? It was insane. The amount of the hypocrisy. And that uncle was just held his mouth shut, but he was pissed the whole time. I came to them. They said there's nothing. You came to what? Does you know that? He was so pissed. Huh? What's up, Kerry? Go ahead.
Yeah, even like here in Canada, right? There's like a lot of Arabs here that came from Syria, Palestine, Iraq, Egypt, So I work in the hospital, and I think I had to take like a patient's like blood work, and the test results came in, and like I had to like notify the patient that like their chart scores. So he didn't believe me. He said that he wanted like a second choice opinion. So then I had to get like another nurse who was white, and she said the exact same thing, right?
Oh,
And I just felt like he was kind of like being racist towards me because he didn't believe that, you know, I
a black
got
woman
his
can tell the
accurate
truth.
test results.
Mm.
So even here in Canada, you
No,
see like
maybe he's having trust issues. So
no, but I'm not done my story. He even said in Arabic, like this black girl doesn't know what she's doing.
Oh, yeah, and you heard
dang,
it. Oh my
dang,
God. Did,
dang.
did,
Yeah,
did she did
so
she know?
it's not because I assumed, oh, because he's Arab, he didn't like believe me because I'm black, but under his breath in Arabic, he said this black girl doesn't know what she's doing.
God damn! Wow. And did he know that
So
you
did you
understood
say
him?
something?
Yeah, I said something back, but he was shocked. He
Huh?
said, oh, malesh, like I didn't mean to, like, because
No,
they
no,
think,
Malish, Tanahina.
yeah, they think like, black people, some of them, they don't know Arabic. you know so
Um,
it's like a lot of racism with like Arabs. I don't know why they act that way, but they really don't like black people. Like some
they
of them just don't.
they don't like confrontation.
Yeah,
You know the funniest thing?
yeah.
Hey, love, before you say something. There's a lot of cases. There's one in the bus stop. The guy was standing right in front of this guy sitting down, African sitting down, and the African guy was quiet. He went next to Sudanese. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So into Malik, go. They shouted at him. The Egyptian guy ran like, yo. He didn't expect that the guy could speak to him directly in Arabic. And there's also another situation that was so crazy. It was in the office. We were on the site. There's an Egyptian supervisor yelling at Indians, "Inta Malik, you are." They're just shouting at him. What's wrong with you, Inta? And then the Sudanese guy was like, "Inta Malik, lay your quarter kidda." The Egyptian did not see somebody talking back to them in Arabic, like, ugh. He was like shocked. And the confrontation, I just realized these guys, Arabic people, this Egyptian especially, they hate confrontation. Somebody talked back to them, which the Indians could never do. They never saw that coming. Okay, back to you, Lau. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was trying to tell you this guy's story about a friend of mine. He was trying to go outside, like using Libya Road, the boats and all those things. Anyway, so he got caught. Like him and some other guys, like from different nationalities, so by the police. So the guys were asking them, the Arab people should go right. So he stood up, him and some Syrians, plus guys from Iraq, guys from where. So they stood up. He went right. So the police guy slapped him and told him, "Hey, you are not Arab. Sit down." So he sat down.
Huh?
Then the police guy shouted again, "African, go left." So the Sudanese guy stood up. He went with the African. The policeman slapped him again. "You
Huh?
sit down. You're not an African."
What the? Are
So
you
and then after
serious?
that,
Huh?
let me tell you this. After that, the police guy said, "Okay, Sudanese, stand up. Come with me." Then he stood up. He was like, "Wait, so I'm not an African. I'm not a Arab. So I'm a Sudanese." I'm telling you, it's a real story. He's my friend. I was even shocked. Like when he told me that, I was like, man, damn. So it's just like that out there. Man. For us, it's fine. We can live in the Arab world. We can live in Africa. We can live where. But for guys in North Sudan, man, it's so damn just like that.
My goodness. Wow. But the hypocrisy and the racism that goes around, and the fact we know Arabic. Can you imagine?
I'm
There's a
telling you, I
uh,
still up to this day, Santino. I will never forget this guy. When he told me that, I looked dark like under the bed, man. This nigga, man. I'm telling you, I'll never
uh,
forget his face, man.
hey,
If he comes to you, man, he's doomed. I'm telling you.
hey. No, there's a one funny case. I remember I was going to Sharjah. We had a gig in Sharjah. So when I came there, there's an Iraqi guy and there's another guy from Syria. They saw me and we're going to do a project. We're doing a gig together. And then when I walked in the office, I'm going to meet the guys. The Iraqi guy said, like, why did this tall? He was talking in Arabic. "ليه زول طويل أسود كده جدنا?" They was talking in Arabic, and, and they were like surprised. Where's this tall guy? What's he doing here? This tall black guy. What's he doing over here? And everything. Later on, we started talking and everything and all that stuff. And then the other guy from the project came and he's Sudanese. Okay, Sudani. What's my doing, my brother? What's going on? The Egyptian and the Syrian guy and the Iraqi guy freaked out like, yo. They were looking surprised. Uh, then he's looking like that. And then the Iraqi guy was just a little bit, and he's a little bit quiet for a while. We had the meeting and everything. Um, hey, Santino, how are you doing? After he said when we were like beside, did you understand what we said earlier? Yeah, of course. What you mean about tall black guy? Yeah, sorry, we didn't mean anything. We're just saying that you're very tall. Nothing to do with that. Nothing about color. We're very tall. We didn't see a tall guy for a long time. He tried to explain. He was embarrassed, but the
Yeah,
fact what they
we
saw.
heard the tall part, Santino. We heard
Yeah.
you're trying to tell us that you're tall, man. We
No, no,
heard
no,
it.
no,
We
no,
heard it.
no,
We
no, no.
moved.
Hey, dude. I'm not marketing myself. Take it easy. Take it easy.
We moved.
Hey, hey, take it easy. I'm not talking about it. This is a true story. What my point of the story was that these people do mutter a lot of racist things in just naturally in Arabic, and the funniest thing is, we didn't mean it. It just came out by mistake. They meant it. Damn, they meant it. That's what I have to say. They totally meant it. Let's
But
going
this thing happens to me like a lot.
a lot of times. Go tell us.
Happens to me a lot. Like, yeah, I will be there at my job doing my thing. Then, random Egyptian or guy from somewhere, Lebanon or where, they will be talking in Arabic. Hey, look at them. They're so tall. Look at this. Look at that. I used to just stare at them like, man, if you guys know Arabic.
Like
And it's quite funny. Like you don't have to say anything. You just stay quiet.
I don't,
So
one
that's
thing I
like
don't. Let me say one thing, La. I don't understand. I was in Juba like a couple of months ago. After all the the problem with one of the biggest hostile things that they did Egyptians do. We're going to go back to Reggie after a bit. They used to, whenever a Sudanese would go to an Egyptian hospital, they go under for surgery, for back surgery, whatever, and then they would take their organs. They take out their heart, their liver, everything. So they're saying you don't go by yourself, go with the people. And there's even some cases where Sudanese were part of the transaction where the Janubi was going for surgery, and then they would harvest their organs. But after all this harvesting or organ situation, why the hell do we have an Egyptian hospital in South Sudan? That's something that puzzles me. Do you know that we have an Egyptian hospital in South Sudan? Egyptian clinic or
yeah,
whatever that is? What?
So
yeah.
what
I
is
know that one.
what is the success rate of people coming out of this Egyptian hospital in Juba?